What's up, guys? Welcome back to Book Demystified. What if I told you that financial success isn't about getting rich quick, or making six figures, or living like a minimalist who never enjoys anything? What if it's actually about something called financial wholeness, where every single part of your financial life works together in harmony to support the life you actually want to live? That's the revolutionary message behind Get Good with Money by Tiffany Aliche, better known as the Budgetnista. This isn't just another money book telling you to stop buying coffee. This is a comprehensive 10-step roadmap that takes you from financial chaos to financial peace, no matter where you're starting from right now. Tiffany Aliche didn't start out as a financial expert sitting in some fancy office. She was a preschool teacher in Newark, New Jersey, doing work she loved and helping kids learn and grow every single day. But then the 2008 financial crisis hit and changed everything. Her preschool shut down and suddenly she lost her career and her home. She found herself drowning in debt, feeling ashamed and completely lost about how to dig herself out of the hole. But instead of staying stuck, Tiffany used her teaching skills and her own painful experience to figure out a system that actually works. She started small, helping friends and family get their money under control. And those people told other people, and it snowballed into the Budgetnista, a movement that has now helped millions of people transform their financial lives. Tiffany credits her 10 years as a preschool teacher for shaping her entire approach to financial education. She knows how to break complex ideas into simple steps that anyone can follow. And she teaches with warmth, encouragement, and zero judgment. The core concept of the book is financial wholeness, and this is what makes Tiffany's approach different from everything else out there. She defines financial wholeness as having all 10 fundamental areas of your financial life working together for your greatest good. It's not about being perfect in one area while the others fall apart. It's about building a complete, balanced financial foundation where budget, savings, debt, credit, investing, insurance, net worth, estate planning, and generosity all support each other. When you're financially whole, you have peace with your money. You're not stressed about bills, you're not avoiding looking at your bank account. You know where you stand, you have a plan, and you're making steady progress toward your dreams. Let's break down the 10 steps, starting with budget building. Tiffany doesn't just tell you to track your spending and hope for the best. She teaches you to create what she calls a semi-automatic budget, where you set up the right checking and savings accounts and automate transfers so your money flows to where it needs to go without you having to think about it constantly. The key here is making your budget work for your life instead of feeling like you're constantly fighting against it. She walks you through calculating your essential expenses versus your non-essential spending, and then structuring your accounts so bills get paid first and you're not scrambling at the end of the month wondering where everything went. Step 2 is save like a squirrel. And this is about building your emergency fund. Tiffany's goal is for you to save at least 3 months of essential expenses, but she doesn't expect you to do that overnight. She teaches you to start small and build momentum. Even if you can only save $20 this week, that's $20 you didn't have before. The squirrel metaphor is perfect because squirrels don't wait until winter to start gathering nuts. They prepare steadily all year long. That's exactly what you need to do with your savings. Put aside something every single time money comes in, automate it so it happens without willpower, and watch that safety net grow over time. When you have this cushion, life's unexpected moments like a car repair or a medical bill stop feeling like catastrophes because you're prepared.
Step 3 tackles debt, and Tiffany approaches this with compassion and strategy. She knows debt feels overwhelming and shameful for a lot of people, but shame doesn't pay bills, action does. She teaches you to list all your debts, understand the interest rates, and create a payoff plan using either the avalanche method, where you target high-interest debt first, or the snowball method, where you knock out small debts first for psychological wins. The important thing is picking a method and sticking with it while you continue building your other financial areas. You don't pause your life to only focus on debt. You work on everything together because that's what wholeness means. Step 4 is score high, which is all about improving your credit. Your credit score impacts so much of your financial life, from interest rates on loans to whether you can rent an apartment or even get certain jobs. Tiffany demystifies credit and shows you exactly how to improve your score through simple actions like paying bills on time, keeping credit utilization low, and disputing errors on your credit report. She emphasizes that good credit isn't about being rich, it's about being responsible and strategic. Even if you've made mistakes in the past, you can rebuild your credit with consistent effort over time. Step 5 is learn to earn, and this is where Tiffany addresses income. She encourages you to increase your earning potential through side hustles, asking for raises, developing new skills, or starting a business. But she's also realistic. She knows not everyone can just suddenly make more money, so she focuses on maximizing what you have while exploring opportunities to grow. The key insight here is that you can't budget your way out of a too low income forever. At some point, you need to think strategically about increasing what's coming in. Step 6 is Insure Your World, covering health insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, and property insurance. This is the step people often ignore because insurance feels like paying for something you hope never to use. But Tiffany explains that insurance is what protects everything else you're building. One major medical emergency or accident without insurance can wipe out years of progress instantly. She helps you figure out what coverage you actually need, how to shop for it, and how to make it affordable by choosing the right deductibles and coverage levels. Step 7 is Increase Your Worth, which focuses on growing your net minus your liabilities, and that number represents your financial security and freedom. Tiffany teaches you to calculate it regularly and celebrate the wins along the way. Step 8 is Retire Inspired, and it's about building retirement savings that will let you live comfortably when you're done working. Tiffany breaks down retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs in plain language, explains employer matches, and helps you figure out how much you need to be saving now to support your future. She makes retirement planning feel achievable instead of impossible by showing you that starting small today makes a massive difference over decades thanks to compound interest. Step 9 is Good with the Legacy, covering estate planning. This includes creating a will, setting up beneficiaries, and thinking about what happens to your assets and your loved ones after you're gone. Most people avoid this topic because it feels morbid, but Tiffany frames it as an act of love. Planning your legacy means your family won't be left scrambling and fighting during an already painful time. It means your wishes are clear and your hard-earned wealth goes where you want it to go.
Step 10 is Give Like You Mean It, and it's about incorporating generosity into your financial plan. Whether it's tithing to your church, donating to causes you care about, or helping family members, Tiffany believes that giving should be intentional and part of your budget, not an afterthought. When you give from a place of financial wholeness instead of financial stress, it feels completely different. You're giving because you want to and can afford to, not because you feel guilty or pressured. If you're getting value from these summaries, hit that like button and subscribe for more book breakdowns. What makes Get Good with Money so powerful is that Tiffany doesn't expect you to tackle all 10 steps at once. She gives you a clear order and helps you focus on one area at a time while maintaining the others. She also fills the book with real stories from people in her community who used these steps to pay off tens of thousands in debt, save their first emergency fund, buy their first home, and completely transform their relationship with money. These aren't celebrities or people who started with tons of money. These are regular people who were struggling and decided to commit to the process. Tiffany's tone throughout the book is like a wise, encouraging friend who's been exactly where you are. She shares her own mistakes openly, from the poor financial decisions she made in her 20s to the devastation of losing everything during the recession. She doesn't pretend to have all the answers from birth. She learned through painful experience. And now she's passing that hard-won wisdom to you so you don't have to suffer the same way. Her teaching background shines through every page. She explains things clearly, uses helpful metaphors, and gives you actionable steps instead of vague advice. One of the most important mindset shifts in the book is Tiffany's message that financial wholeness is accessible to everyone, regardless of your current income, debt, or credit score. You don't need to make 6 figures to be financially whole. You need to have your 10 areas working together in a way that brings you peace and progress. Someone making $40,000 a year can be more financially whole than someone making to $100,000 if they have the right systems and mindset in place. This summary gives you the core concepts, but I highly recommend reading the full book to get all the depth, specific strategies, and worksheets Tiffany provides. She includes detailed guidance for each step, answers to common questions, and tools to help you implement everything in your own life. The book is incredibly comprehensive and practical. The biggest takeaway from Get Good with Money is that you don't have to choose between financial security and living a life you love. Financial wholeness means you can do both. You can pay off debt and still enjoy your life. You can save for the future and still have fun today. You can be generous and still build wealth. It's not about deprivation or perfection. It's about intention, balance, and steady progress in all 10 areas, working together. When you achieve that, you have something more valuable than just money in the bank. You have peace, confidence, and freedom. What was your biggest insight from this book? Drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next summary.